Okay, now, so that's the first situation. The second situation is that when a person asks for something in which he has no right, right? He's not deserving of it. He doesn't have a right regarding that thing, and in reality, he's not really in need of that thing in the first place. He's not in a situation of hardship in the first place. So he asks something, right? So he asks for something. Then in this situation, it is recommended for the one who's asked that he give to this person, right? So two situations. First of all, first situation is when a person is in need, is in hardship, and then he asks by Allah, and the person has more than enough to give that person, whether it be wealth, whether it be food, whether it be clothing, whether it be anything else, or any other kind of help that he can give. Then in that case it would be obligatory for him to help him. And in the second situation here, the Shaykh is explaining, is that when the person who asks by way of Allah, he is not in need and he's not compelled, he's not in a situation of hardship, then if he asks by way of Allah, then it is mustahab to help this person or to give to this person. And if he didn't give to this person in this situation, then he would only be doing something which is makruh, something which is disliked. And if he was to give to him, then he would be doing something that is mustahab. So then the Messenger ﷺ, he continued and he said, وَمَنِ اسْتَعَاذَ بِاللَّهِ فَأُعِيذُوهُ وَمَنِ اسْتَعَاذَ بِاللَّهِ فَأَعِيذُوهُ. That whoever sought refuge by way of Allah, then grant him refuge. So again, same thing, that whoever sought refuge from Allah, whoever sought refuge from shirk in Allah, then it's obligatory upon you that you grant him the refuge. And if you didn't grant him refuge, then it's not permissible for you to not grant him refuge in that situation. And then the Shaykh continues mentioning the next part of the hadith, وَمَنْ دَعَاكُمْ whoever invited you, that whoever called you or invited you, فَأَجِيبُوهُ then respond to him. Then this means whoever asked you to attend something that he, whoever asked you to be present with him in any kind of occasion or situation. So for example, the Shaykh gives some examples that he might ask you to come and attend a walima, to have some food, and the Shaykh says that if you did this, then this is obligatory upon you to attend, unless there is some sort of situation that prevents you from attending. Right? So unless there's something that really prevents you from attending, then you should attend. It's obligatory upon you to attend, because this is from the rights of brotherhood. And the Shaykh says that what's apparent from this hadith is that this applies to every type of invitation. That's what the Shaykh says, that this is what seems to be apparent from the hadith, because the wording is general, so it's it seems it's general. But the Shaykh says that there are some scholars who hold the view that to respond to the invitation is specific and unique only to the walima, of like a marriage, a marriage celebration, if you like. And as for what is besides the walima, then it's only mustahab to attend that. It's not obligatory, but it's only mustahab. But as for the walima, the bringing the food together and on the occasion of a wedding, and inviting people, and he says that this is obligatory due to the saying of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then the Shaykh brings some ahadith which are brought by these scholars in order to establish this viewpoint, which is, so they say that the most evil of food is the food of the walima. The rich people are invited, but the poor people are prevented from it. And he said, and then another hadith he brings from the Messenger ﷺ, that whoever does not respond, then he has disobeyed Allah and His Messenger. That he has disobeyed Allah and His Messenger. So the Shaykh says that what these hadith indicate in the view of those scholars is that whoever to attend the walima, it's wajib because of these texts, and and that if he didn't attend without having any excuse, then he would be sinful. If he didn't attend, if he didn't have any excuse, then he would be sinful. And as for when the person does have an excuse, a valid excuse not to attend, like for example in the walima there is some sort of evil, some munkar that is taking place, and he is not able to put an end to this munkar, then he doesn't attend. Then he doesn't attend, because this is now a barrier from responding to the invitation. And if he's able to put an end to this evil, if he does have the means and the capacity and put an end to this evil, then obviously it's obligatory upon him still to attend, to attend and to change the evil and to attend and respond to the invitation. Then the Shaykh says, even if a person is fasting, it's still obligatory upon him to attend, but if his fasting is the obligatory fasting, then the Shaykh says that he attends and then he leaves. And if his fasting is mustahab, meaning he's fasting a non-obligatory fast, then the choice is up to him. He can either break his fast and eat, or he can again attend and then just leave. And then the hadith continues, and the Messenger ﷺ said that whoever man sana'a ilaykum ma'rufan fakafi'uh, that whoever did a good deed towards you, then compensate him. Meaning that whoever did any good to you, either by way of wealth or by way of action, helping or aiding you in some way, or by way of his speech, then compensate him. And the meaning of al-ma'ruf, man sana'a ilaykum ma'rufan, al-ma'ruf, what is al-ma'ruf? It means it is the opposite of evil. Diddul munkar, it is the opposite of evil. And what is meant here is any type of goodness, whether this be any goodness relating to wealth, or any kind of good speech, or anything of that nature, then all of this is from the ma'ruf. All of this is from the ma'ruf, all of this is from the goodness. So if someone does that to you, then it's obligatory upon you to respond and to compensate him, with the meaning that you give back to him, that you do the same good to him that he did to you. And whatever benevolence or ihsan he gives to you, then you give the same back to him. And the Shaykh says that the reason that you respond back is, first of all, to compensate that person firstly, right? So you compensate him for his deed that he did to you, and secondly, that you cut off the favor that he has upon you. Because if someone does a goodness to you, then really that's like a favor that he has over you. He's doing you a favor, so he's one favor over you. And the Shaykh says that it's for these two reasons. Number one, to compensate him anyway, just from the angle of goodness and good manners as a Muslim, and secondly, so that you're not under the servitude of anybody, because the Shaykh says that if you didn't compensate him, then he would have a favor over you, and you would be subservient to him, right? Meaning that you'd have some sort of subservient feeling to him because he's done you a favor. And so for this reason, the Shaykh says that you should, in accordance with the hadith, that you should always compensate the good deeds or the goodness done to you. And then the Shaykh says, even if the one who did the goodness to you was a non-Muslim, then you are to compensate him for his goodness, because this is from the angle of noble deeds or good deeds, from the noble characteristics, and it's also from the angle of cutting off the favors that are upon you, and it's also from the angle of rewarding the good with good, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ar-Rahman, Hal jaza'ul ihsan illa al-ihsan. Hal jaza'ul ihsan illa al-ihsan. Is the recompense of goodness except goodness? And likewise in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. Allah does not prohibit you from those who did not fight you on account of your religion and not expel you from your homes, that you act benevolently towards them, and that you